Zero Parade's 4 Dead Spies is the spiritual successor to Disco Elysium, and the team at Zaum is looking to capture lightning in a bottle twice with their espionage-focused follow-up. The drama that happened at the development studio is way too deep to dive into in this video, but I do want to show you the biggest gameplay differences between Zero Parades and its predecessor. Since it's not a true sequel, you can obviously jump right in and start playing, but if you're expecting it to play just like Disco Elysium, that's not the case. Our protagonist is Herschel Wilk, aka Agent Cascade. Like Disco's Harry Dubois, she'll spend a lot of time walking around town and speaking to numerous quirky characters. The big difference, at least at the beginning, is that she'll be doing that stuff solo. Harry spent most of his time investigating with Lieutenant Kim Kutsuragi, who was there to help Harry bounce his ideas around, sometimes even offering hard counters to his wilder schemes. Cascade's partner Pseudopod, however, starts the game in a comatose state. Unless you're able to fix that, you'll be a lone wolf figuring out what exactly your top secret mission is supposed to be. In Disco Elysium, Harry had 24 skills on his character sheet, and these were evenly distributed among 4 categories: intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics. Cascade has fewer options on her skill tree. There are 15 total, and they come in 3 sets of 5, falling under the umbrellas of athletic, psychological, and intellectual. At the end of the day, these cover roughly all the same aspects of the Disco Elysium skill sheet, but it is an objectively smaller number. The skills still chime in during dialogue to offer their insights and opinions, but you won't see as many show up. The trade-off is that you can invest your skill points in more concentrated categories. There's less choice paralysis with 15 skills rather than 24. Cascade may have fewer skills to level up, but she has 3 important meters on her HUD versus the 2 from Disco Elysium. Disco put Harry's health and morale on display, and failing certain dice rolls or butting in where he didn't belong could cost him some of that meter. In Cascade's case, there is a fatigue, anxiety, and delirium meter to worry about. Going too far down certain dialogue paths or making a mistake during a dice roll can cause these to build up. Should one of the meters max out, you'll be hit with a permanent reduction to your stats, making skill checks harder to pass. Fortunately, you can use various substances to counteract these growing meters. Smoking cigarettes, for example, helps reduce your anxiety. Skills are still tied to dice rolls in Zero Parades. You'll have to pass tons of skill checks throughout your adventure, and the higher your associated skill, the greater chance you have of passing the challenge. Rolling a pair of dice plays out mostly the same as Disco Elysium, but Cascade has an ace up her sleeve. By exerting herself, she can roll a 3rd die and remove the lowest of the 3 to get a different total. However, doing so increases one of those 3 meters. There's a risk-reward to exertion, and you'll have to consider that anytime you want to attempt these special triple dice rolls. Speaking of triples, Zero Parades has triple the places to explore versus Disco Elysium. In a sense, Harry and Kim were investigating a murder in Martinez, a coastal district that was more or less divided in half. There was a city center-like area where the dock workers operated, and there was a more open coastline that featured a fishing village, an abandoned boardwalk, and a church. Zero Parades is set in the city of Portofino, which has 6 different districts. These include docks, markets, housing projects, back alleys, and more. More places to see means more running around and more NPCs to meet during your travels. The larger world also provides multiple quest paths to reach the same objective. We saw this in action during our hands-on time with the game. One of our goals was to find a secret underground jail. Cascade could either use her poetry skill to connect with the local culture and smooth talk her way into finding it, or she could follow a series of clues in magazines, complete a water drainage puzzle, and find herself in the same secret underground area. Thematically, these branching quests are more in line with traditional RPGs like The Witcher and Baldur's Gate, as opposed to the experimental feel of Disco Elysium.
The man's eyes glisten, bright red veins blossom around their edges.
Perhaps the biggest addition to Zero Parades, and the one that feels the most like those standard RPGs, are the new turn-based encounters. Notice that I said encounters, not battles. Combat is still not a major mechanic here. These dramatic encounters, as they're called, are especially high-tension moments that play out one action at a time. In our time with the game, we had one of these encounters in a marketplace as we tried to evade an enemy agent. With each new turn, we were able to go on gut feeling or analyze the situation. There were options to try to blend in or flee the scene. Each player will be able to move through these dramatic encounters differently, relying on their unique spread of skills to help Cascade come out on top. Zero Parades is sure to have plenty of these exciting moments, even if it plays pretty differently from Disco Elysium. We'll have all sorts of tips and guides for the game when it launches on PC on May 21st, but for now, you can learn more from our hands-on preview or watch the first 15 minutes of gameplay right here on IGN.